Okay, so my name's Dan Snow. I'm a historian. I'm a TV host here in the UK and North America, around the world. And I do a lot of work on digital history as well. We're here in Chatham Historic Dockyard, which is one of the Royal Navy's most important dockyards. For centuries, this place was the beating heart of the Royal Navy when it was the most powerful military force on the planet. HMS Victory, Nelson's flagship, was built here. It was used a lot during World War II, and it took an absolute pounding from German aircraft during World War II as well. And now it's a world-class museum.
So from a historical perspective, what role did this ship play in the war?
Well, we're here talking about HMS Cavalier, which is a destroyer. It was commissioned pretty late in the war, but it was from its birth, it was part of World War II. In fact, the docks in which it was being built were attacked in 1944 from German aircraft. And so it took part, even though it wasn't even a commissioned ship yet, its anti-aircraft armament was in action before the ship had even been commissioned. Then it went out in the Channel, it went up in the Arctic convoys, it fought in the North Atlantic, it fought in the Channel, played a role looking for German U-boats, it played a role in air defense against German aircraft, and then it went out to the Pacific. It just caught the last few weeks, months of the Pacific campaign, helping the much bigger American Navy bring the Japanese empire to its knees. So this ship saw a lot of action. And then after the war in the Pacific, as the British Empire kind of collapsed, it went around dealing with insurgencies and mutinies in the Indian Navy. So it served through the Indian Ocean and then served in the Cold War as well. So this ship has served around the world, and it's a prism through which to look at 20th century history, the Second World War, the decline of Britain as a world power, and then the Cold War.
What are your thoughts about the preservation of this ship now in virtual reality as Wargaming comes and brings people that can't actually come here to this place through virtual reality?
Virtual reality is incredibly exciting. I'm a historian. I spend my entire life trying to get great historical properties, museums, collections, archives, ships, aircraft out there for the world. We used to use 2D. I've made lots of TV shows. I've made YouTube films. I've made things like that. But this is now a game changer. This is a paradigm shift. Anyone, anywhere in the world is going to be able to access this vessel, walk around it, and actually experience it almost as if they were there. And this is so exciting. And I can't wait to do this vessel. I can't wait to spend the rest of my career, I think, probably working in 3D, virtual reality, and looking at bringing the world's heritage to the world. Because you know what? 360 cameras could have been made for history and heritage. Everyone thinks, well, history's kind of dusty. No. History's got the best stuff. We've got the best content. We've got bunkers under Hitler's Germany. We've got ships. We've got submarines from the Cold War, like one in San Diego. We've got HMS Victory down in Portsmouth. We've got the pyramids. We've got the most extraordinary assets to show the world. And this is the very tip of the spear in what we're doing here.
The other thing that's going on when it comes to history is a lot of people are entering that space through video games like World of Warships. What role do you see gaming playing, and especially kind of getting kids interested in history?
100 years ago, people got into history via historical novels. 20 years ago, people got into history by Hollywood swords and sandals epics like Braveheart and Gladiator. Today, people are getting into history through gaming. It's fantastic. All three of those portals work brilliantly. Some of those kids who are starting gaming on World of Warships or World of Tanks are going, a percentage of them will be converted to true history fans. What we're doing is we're providing the assets that are allowing them to take that enthusiasm and that interest beyond just the gaming.
Have you checked out any of those games yet?
Yeah, I enjoy those games. My problem is I'm too obsessed by them. I have to ration myself almost to the point of denial, because I would be one of those guys who was found like 15 days later refighting the Battle of Stalingrad, surrounded by my own waste and starving myself to death.
And as a historian, what are your thoughts? Because Wargaming does go in and take history very seriously when they're creating these types of games.
Wargaming takes history seriously, and that's why the games are good. That's why people can tell there's authenticity there. People enjoy playing them because they're world-class historical research. And I think, you see it in movies. Why do people like movies or TV series about history? Because they feel authentic. People might not know the history, but they know when something is well-researched, the props have been beautifully sourced, the locations have been beautifully sourced, and they respond to that. Well, that's true of gaming as well. And I think the effort that Wargaming put into creating authentic historical experiences really pays off.